course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
1947, not 1927.
Всем привет, с вами Андрей, и мы продолжаем проходить войну.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Я кашляю,
Shoved up your ass.
так что простите.
Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Постараюсь выключать
He ran a ride on
микрофон.
Olympic, and we finally collared him on Temple.
Это и, кстати, я сразу скажу, кто ждет на моем канале футбол, не ждите, его не будет, потому что я в футбол не умею играть, есть у меня вот только что.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Только что
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Cole, Hugo Muller was identified by the school's ground.
играть.
He's our guy.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Так что и футбол я удалил. Вообще игру удалил. Так что вот так вот.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives, fellas, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. We're gonna get something for this pledge. Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Молодец. Головой торгаш.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Пошлите отсюда. Я, наверное, еще перепройду, а я поставил грузиться с Энрима. Не могу сейчас грузиться на закачку. Может, его пройду с комментами, но я не может быть, а точно я его пройду с комментами.
Go right through here.
Потом
We could
я
have the local troopers check out the
хочу
Tulare County
пройти.
address.
The address is bogus. Perp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Any central unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it.
Прости, Гавай. Я это... Каша. Извини. Кашель замучил на работе. Ай, блин.
God, you're gonna kill us!
You're destroying the place.
I get the point.
I know what I'm doing.
Да, вот сюда нам надо. Так что вот так вот.
You boys ready? Follow me.
А футбола больше
We should keep this
не
development with
будет.
the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. You got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Где моё?
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Давайте осмотримся. Ё-моё.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Бродяжка. Нет, ничего такого.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
И новая улика, время смерти.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Ой, друзья, не болейте, болеть плохо.
If you want a full report, you have to let me work.
Wouldn't park there if I were you.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
А, еще есть конец. Погоди. Нет, нет, погоди. Это что?
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Плохо.
This gadget whiz guy putting recording devices in the placement.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating. Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Бару Марша.
Park there if I were you.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Ой, допрашивать. Допрашивать не надо.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine.
Губная помада.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Ты врешь. Ну, не знаю. А истина.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Обнаженный.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Глазки-то бегают.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Эпидик.
Advice?
I say we try the liquor store next. I could get a short dog for the car.
Wouldn't park there if I were you.
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
А может на другой стороне что-то есть? Нет. Не, поехали. Поехали уже, все.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed? You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Поехали. Еще раз прошу прощения за кашель.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mudge. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask her out.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Alright.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings? I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Брат.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Давайте прокатимся. Давайте боулинг. Боулинг поедем.
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
Он так он тут недалеко.
Watch it, will you?
Боулинг роулинга.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Да погоди, ты куда брать?
Dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
Down the left side of the alley.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
А где проход?
Says he can get me in to meet Jack Warner.
А где
What's the
проход?
special of the day?
Food wasn't great, but you're nice.
Tell the cook these were some good grits.
Let me guess.
Как не
Hiding from the wife?
пойти?
I'm going up to the lakes to watch the races on Saturday. I like you.
Top of my class
People
back
say I have
east.
some taste.
Now I'm
but I
waiting
like
tables.
Cougars all around.
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
You call these grits?
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Алло.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Идем мать. Еще опять погоня.
There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Come on, Phelps, you're losing that little weasel.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not clear-cut by any means.
Простите.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Joyride is over, kid.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it. Oh my God, this kid's crazy. He's gonna kill us.
Now is not the time to play around, Phelps.
Давай.
Don't catch that train, Phelps. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Keep it steady and I'll try to... That is the end of that.
Yeah.
It's about fucking time.
Put your hands in the air.
Да, подними руки.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2.
Куда поедем? Давай бар. В бар поедем.
Gently.
Бар поедем. Сейчас завернем скоро. Да, тут моя карта маленькая. Так это быстро доезжаем. Без проблем.
Easy. Hey!
Police! Sideswipe me!
Ё-моё, всю дорогу ехал нормально, а ты, блин, на тебе.
The regulars might have something else to tell you, but I don't.
И зачем мы сюда приехали?
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Поехали сюда.
What can I do for you? LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Пошлите, пойдемте.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures? A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Да, она брала Макафри.
She wasn't always such a loner. Rollins. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Еще раз я прошу прощения. Так, нет. Еще где-то есть улика. Ладно, пошли.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
Came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Мне кажется, не врет.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Покупка алкоголя.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Правда.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Врет.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Hey, man. Поймаем.
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Phelps, I think. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
You know the way. You can drive.
Ну окей, давайте вернемся. Там что-то случилось.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Так.
Give me a hand. I got a
Они внизу.
Think talk is cheap, try hiring a lawyer. Let me guess, hiding from the wife? Don't need this?
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
Опять маньяк. Да это маньяк все делает, ну разве непонятно?
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Давай.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Ой, это госпиталь.
Canary says he'll sing, but only if I guarantee he walks.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Mouthpiece for a script off this grand jury.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with it?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slam ever found out.
По-моему, мы забыли там кого-то допросить. Бог с ним.
McCaffrey's in apartment 6.
Шестая.
So what next?
Call me a red basher, but I think we should look in on that fellow traveler from the bar. That McCaffrey guy.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Oh, нифига.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her.
Ну все это попало.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that.
Я
A citation, at least.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Я вообще-то улики осматривал. А вот вторая часть письма. Простите.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Да, это связывает. Я не знаю, тут больше ничего нету. Я не вижу тут ничего. меня нет интуиции.
Seems irrelevant.
Ну ладно, все, я не хочу больше ничего. Не хочу больше ничего искать. Пошли отсюда.
You're behind the wheel. And where exactly are we going?
Не знаю, или должен был активироваться скрипт. Типа он приходит, либо нет, я не знаю. Так, тут никого.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
He ran the light on Olympic, and we finally collared him on Temple.
И тут никого.
Who's he hiding from? Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian, any more than staying in the garage makes you a con. Lousy bastard.
Понятно. Значит, мы там еще не нашли.
Hey, don't mind me. Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Sir, step out of the car, please.
I find one goddamn ding!
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
The State of the Union. In the ever to bring about a sound.
Что-то я не понял, что тут делать. Может, с соседями поговорить? Нет. наверное, на крыше. Точно, я вспомнил.
Grosvenor McCaffrey!
Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Да, я вспомнил.
You a runner, McCaffrey?
Да,
Hey,
я
fight a
понял.
good fight.
Давай догоним мы его. Все, готов.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Я и думаю, что я помню.
We need to get
такое.
downtown and wrap this thing up. It's supposed to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole...
Что-то я помню такое вот развитие
What's that
событий.
Dahlia fuck?
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dog?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Центральное отделение полиции.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young films.
Постараюсь. Ничего ни пуха, ни
The
пера.
bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sack.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Бегают.
Doesn't look good, Grosvenor. It's either you or Tiernan from where we're sitting.
Personally, I think Evelyn is better off, but I had nothing to do with it.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Вряд. Это Макафри. Ясно.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
Да почему?
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Почему?
Crackers for the fifth columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
It's either gonna be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Parker.
Да почему?
This guy must have escaped the loony bin.
У нас не было доказательств. И он 100% врал.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it. Skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop.
I want to make homicide. You know you make it. Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Блять. Это кто? Это Макаф. Да блин. Тирсон. Блин. И простите.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
Почему?
That's none of your business.
Бесит. Короче, это задание
Aristotle's
будет
Metaphysics,
провалено.
the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
Чё? Не понял.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but, you know, I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Вот. Где он ушел?
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department in her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Короче, это Макафри засранец. И туда побежал.
Mouthpiece sort of strips off me at the grand jury. Face is thrown out and the DA went to my head.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Че ему предъявить? Может это...
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Короче, все обвиняют друг друга.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to
Да,
one round.
пошли еще раз к Макафри.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country! I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch! What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her!
Ну-ка, стоп, он признался. Да, он признался. Не, погодите. Сейчас посмотрим, что этот скажет. Прошу прощения.
Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse.
Да яма. Один туда пошел. Так тут он сидит.
Isn't he a cop who won the medal and is solving all the cases?
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Запутался.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired myself.
What the hell?
Да блин, где второй подозреваемый сидит? Нет, не тут.
That price is outrageous.
Где? Так вот, первая комната тут. Так. О, блин, вот.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
Ой, я что-то сомневаюсь, что это он. Но он признался, что будет доволен. Ну, честно, я хочу вот этого обвинить. Я не знаю, что делать. Нет, давайте того, кто признался.
That price is outrageous.
Хотя это удобно очень.
I want to make homicide. You know, you've got it made. You get to that guy.
James Tiernan, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. I believe you didn't know what you were doing. I'll speak to the DA on your behalf. That's the best I can do for you now.
Жалко парня.
I'm going to assume that you both have very good excuses for what happened in my station today. You had a perfectly good candidate for a capital case, and somehow managed to choose a weak-willed sub-sister, while the murderous Red walks scot-free. I'm having doubts about what you're prepared to do to make a case, Phelps. If ever there was a time for manufacturing evidence, or extracting a confession, this was it! Now get out of my sight! Run down pickpockets and fruit flies, and leave the real work for men of substance.
Я все-таки все улики нашел. Ай. Пофиг. Вне зависимости от того, короче, надо было другого арестовать. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Поставьте лайк и подпишитесь на канал. Дальше будет лучше, я надеюсь. Всем спасибо, всем пока.